It's been a minute, y'all. I'm just on here for a second to see what's what. So what I wanted to talk about, I'm not gonna get into really where I've been, but where I am as far as career wise, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm finally in my first data engineering role, which is exciting. I'm excited about it. A lot of people told me that it was well deserved, and I definitely feel like I put in a lot of work to get here. So I'm excited about getting here. I think that I finally found the company that was willing to see the potential, and you don't have to know everything for this company. Of course, you need to know some things, but they were more concerned with like a culture fit as the main thing, and just being able to see that you can solve some type of problems. They did give me a lot of tests, but it was interesting because it happened so quick. This company came out of nowhere, and I would say within a week and a half, I was hired. That's the kind of process you want. I mean, they were just pushing. I was just getting through the assessment. The first two interviews from recruiter to the hiring manager was about 2 days. I interviewed with the recruiter on a Thursday. She had me set up to interview with the hiring manager on a Friday. From that Friday, from talking to the hiring manager, they had me set to take an assessment by Monday. So this is not even a week. And I think I needed a little more time. So I did wait, or did have them, push that back a little bit. So it took about a week for me to do the assessment and both of those interviews. Then after that, I had to do a technical interview with the team. And I've never had a technical interview before, so I'm like, okay, let's see what this is gonna be like. I didn't think I was really gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be like it was, but now I know. So I get on the interview. I'm having a good time talking to everybody, and they're like, yeah. So now mind you, the recruiter tried to warn me that it was going to be a blind technical interview, so I wasn't supposed to be aware. And it did. It still caught me off guard, even though she told me it was coming. But I just sucked it up and was like, okay, let's go. And they basically, I think I shared my screen and would go online and look for information. Whatever they asked me to do, I would try to go on and do it. They just basically wanted to know that did I know how to get information from online. To create scripts and things like that. A lot of data type stuff. It was just about knowing that you wasn't clueless to doing this type of work. And I think even though I felt like I didn't do it all that great, I think they got the point. They knew that I was first. They knew that I was nervous, and then they knew that I could figure it out. Because I was able to get online and even go to Stack Overflow. I wanted them to see me do something like that because that is realistic. So don't be afraid to go on Google and Stack Overflow because that's what you're going to be using at work. And a lot of times they expect you to use these different websites and things because, like I said, that's our reality. That's what we do. So all of this happened like in less than 2 weeks. I think the last thing I was waiting for was the background check, which only took like a couple of days, maybe. No, the background check took like 3 or 4 days for everything to come back with that. So I would say about 2 weeks. In a 2 weeks time frame, I was hired. I had an offer letter and everything. So this was definitely well worth it. It was worth all those interviews that I had, and I was stressed out and I couldn't pass the assessments, and all the interviews where I thought I had the job and didn't get it. Um, all the interviews where I was referred, or all the jobs where I was referred to the job by someone and still didn't get it. Um, and speaking of referral, this was a referral. So do not close off the option of getting or asking somebody for a referral. In the past 2 months, or before I got this role now, I had at least past 2 or 3 months, I had at least 6 referrals from people that I asked for referrals. You just got to swallow your pride, and if you really want it, get it. Don't worry about how you get it, just get it. Um, and I had about 6 referrals. It was that last referral. Something told me to get on Slack. I hadn't been doing my job search on Slack. I was on Indeed, I was on um, LinkedIn, and all the other places. Something told me to get on Slack and start talking to people on there. So I got on Slack, but because I figured everybody's on LinkedIn, everybody's on Indeed. So let me go over here, get on Slack. I happened to find someone told me to join the DBT Slack channel on there. And I said, okay, well, I know what DBT is, but I didn't really think that they had a bunch of recruiters in there. So I get on there and I post on there. My first post was, hey, I'm looking for a role. This is what I know. This is my years of experience. And I left it. And I started getting people to reach out to me. And one of those people was a senior data engineer from the company where I am now. And he reached out to me maybe like a few days after I had posted the original post. And he was saying that we're looking for a couple of data engineers. So, if you can give me your resume, I can look over it and, refer you. So that's what I did. And it was in the story. So, just be open to everything. What I'm saying? A lot of us we let our pride get in the way. If you really want something, don't let your pride stop you from getting what you really want. All right. So, but I wanted to get on here because I knew it had been a while since I had posted a video. And, I got my new camera. Well, not my new camera, but my new cell phone. I have a Samsung S23 Ultra. So I figured I would show off that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna ultimately do more videos and all of that stuff. For right now, this is what has to work for me right now because I'm doing so much stuff and I'm trying to learn a new role at the same time. So I'm learning Microsoft Azure, which is it's different from AWS. I've always done AWS. So it's a little bit of a learning curve, nothing complicated. It's just learning a new way, new tools. But it's basically the same thing, just a new tool, new platform. I actually like Microsoft Azure. My entire cloud experience started with Azure. So when I started doing more work with data, that's when I switched over to a lot of open source and AWS. But I'm back with Azure. I like working in Microsoft Azure. Who knows? I'm open to any platform. I've never been a person that had to be a data engineer of AWS or GCP or Azure. But since I have a role with Microsoft, utilizing Microsoft Azure, I'm thinking about possibly going to get that Azure Associate Data Engineer certification. I like certification, so I'm thinking about getting it. Hopefully, if I'm working on Azure, this is one project. I don't know what they may end up at some point when this project is done. I may be on AWS, but I would like to get some strong experience in one. So I foresee myself working on this project for quite a while. From where we are and where we have to go with this project, yeah, we'll be working on it for a little while. So I'm going to be looking into possibly getting that Microsoft Azure certification. So if any of you have that certification, you want to give me some input on that, definitely do so. If I start preparing for it, I'll get on here and let you know that I'll start preparing and do my typical 5 weeks hard studying, or I'll start with the Microsoft learning modules online. But this is just a quick catch-up video. I appreciate the subscribers who hung in there, who stayed and remained die-hard true subscribers, those who left, you wasn't about that life anyway. If you left, I don't want you anyway. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, appreciate you. Have a good one. Be on the lookout for my videos and go over to my Instagram page, he_loves_data. That's what it is for now, until I decide to change it. Follow me on Instagram. I'm one of them people that I only need like one or two places to be able to maintain, because I'm always doing a million things, so I tend to forget about one of the platforms. So try to follow me on there. I'm going to get on here more often, post those short videos and a lot of little things. Keep it short and sweet, just to let y'all know I'm still out here. All right. So peace.